Hey guys, it's Ethan from Espresso Displays, and today we're going to be walking through how to set up your display on a Mac. So this is how to connect your Espresso display to a MacBook that was made after 2016. You'll only need one USB-C cable, and you'll connect it to either port on your MacBook and to the lower USB-C port on your Espresso display. So again, it's either port on your MacBook and the bottom USB-C port on your Espresso display. This is how to connect your Espresso display to a MacBook that was made before 2016. You'll need a HDMI to mini HDMI and a USB-A to USB-C cable. So you'll need two cables for this. So you'll need to connect your USB-A to the USB-A port and the USB-C to the bottom USB-C port on your Espresso display. This top USB-C port is used for power when your device can't provide the display with enough power. You'll need to plug the HDMI into the HDMI port of your laptop and the mini HDMI to the mini HDMI port at the very bottom of your Espresso display. Now that you've connected your MacBook with your Espresso display, we're going to be running through how to configure the settings within the MacBook software. So first we're going to click on System Preferences, and inside System Preferences, we're going to click on Displays. In this display section, you can configure settings like brightness, resolution, and tone. But if you want to leave them on the default settings, that's okay too. Next, you need to click on Arrangement. In this section, you can control what your display is doing. You can also control the orientation of your displays. If you choose to mirror the displays here, both displays will be doing the exact same thing. If you don't select mirror displays, you'll be able to extend your displays. Your primary display, which is normally your laptop display, is the display with the white line at the top here. To configure the orientation, you just need to click and drag either of the displays. In the color section, you can change the overall tone of your display. When you first open this up, it might only show color LCD, but if you unselect show profiles for this display only, it's going to give you more options. You might want to play around and see which one looks best to you, but we would recommend either color LCD or the Espresso profile. The next section is the night shift section. You don't need to bother with this if you don't want to, but if you want your display to show warmer colors after dark, you can enable that here. Now we're going to be walking through some more advanced calibration. You need to make sure that you're doing this on your Espresso display instead of doing it on your laptop monitor. After opening System Preferences on your Espresso display, you need to click on Displays. You're going to see a new window pop up called Espresso. In this section next to Rotation, you can change the orientation of your display. By default, it'll be on Standard, but if you change it to 90 degrees, that'll give you Portrait mode. And that might be helpful for something like coding or writing. Okay, so now we need to click on Color again. Here you need to select your profile and click Calibrate. It'll welcome you with an introduction, and after you've read this, you can click Continue, or you could just not read it. In this display adjustment section, you need to use the buttons of your Espresso display to change the brightness until the picture on the right is correct. In this section, you can configure the white point setting that you want for your display. If you select Use Native White Point, you won't be able to configure it. If you unselect this section, you'll be able to slide along the bar and get the perfect white point that you want. This admin section isn't important, but this is where you can allow other users to use your calibration. This is where you need to name your calibration. I'm just going to call it Espresso 13, Calibrated 3. Now you'll need to enter your password. Now your calibration and configuration is complete. You'll be able to see your saved profile here. Thanks for watching this walkthrough from Espresso Displays. If you have any questions, you can head over to the Espresso Displays website.